There is a good reason why Geminis are said to be like dark chocolate. They are one horoscope sign with two identical individuals, either twins or one person with two faces, and you will either love them or hate them. Gemini is one of the zodiac signs that have the most polarized responses when it comes to its traits. On the one hand, most people view them positively and see their intellect, adaptability, and ability to talk to just about anything as an asset rather than a liability. However, they also have several traits that are considered negative or even toxic. Here are the top 7 Gemini worst traits everyone hates. Number 1. Multitasking. While multitasking is not a bad thing, Geminis tend to handle too many things at once and split their energy among several tasks. They end up doing a lot of things, but in poor quality, rather than focusing on one thing and doing it perfectly. The start-wins believe that 24 hours are not enough for them, so they try to do as much as they can. However, they lose sight of the importance of quality over quantity. Number 2. They are sensitive to words. Mercury, the ruling planet of Gemini, is the planet of communication, so it's no wonder that words have such a strong effect on them. They are always thinking about what they can say next and how it will affect the other person. They take words very seriously, and until they are totally sure about what they mean, they won't say anything. On the other hand, because Gemini people value communication so much, they will take it really badly if the person they are talking to doesn't listen to them or if they stare at them. They like to be heard and understand what others are saying. They are one of the most sensitive signs when it comes to communication and words, and they can go off the deep end when they feel something has been said to them. Moreover, sometimes they take everything too personally and do not understand that something was said to them as a joke and not as an insult. Number 3. They get nervous too quickly. Geminis come across as very anxious and nervous individuals. Perhaps it's their oversensitivity, and perhaps it's the never-ending dialogue in their head that creates tension and makes them nervous knots. When they are nervous, their mouths seem to be glued shut, and they cannot get a word out. Their body tends to tremble, and all they need is to be alone. Although nervousness is a natural reaction, Geminis tend to be incredibly nervous, and this often complicates their relationships or life in general. Plus, it's usually their thoughts that make them nervous. Number 4. They don't say what they want to say. A Gemini is the type of person who will tell you that you look perfect even though you just got out of bed with smudged mascara and messy hair. It's not that they aren't honest. They just want to bring light into any situation and avoid conflicts as much as possible. Some people may see this as a bad trait. I see it more as a neutral trait that is simply a part of who they are. After all, it's just a small thing, and I can assure you that most Geminis are honest and would tell you how bad you look in the morning if they could. Number 5. Mood swings. Geminis are known for their quick-changing nature. Depending on the situation, they can be happy and optimistic or moody and melancholic. They are often at odds with their emotions, so they may not show feelings very easily. What's worst about all of this is that you never know what to expect from them. You never know when a switch in their head will flip, and a happy Gemini will turn into an embittered twin. Number 6. Cold communication and ghosting. As renowned communicators as Geminis are, there is one thing that a lot of people hate, myself included, and that is their communication, non-communication, or ghosting style. The twins are truly great friends who will always be there for you, day or night, no matter what. But when it comes to relationships, their communication style changes. When they have a crush on someone or vice versa, they often play catch-up and reply to messages even 5 hours late or the next day. Geminis are super curious, so when they receive a message, they must secretly read it on their phone screen as soon as they get a notification. But when it comes to the answer, they are far behind. Perhaps they need time to think about what to reply to, or they are just pretending to be very busy. Who knows? Here's a secret tip. The next time a Gemini doesn't respond to you, text them this: "Someone told me some nasty things about you," and watch how quickly they respond. And finally, number 7. hard time saying no. It's no secret that the start winds are very social people, but don't confuse social nature with extroverted nature. They like people, travel, and everything that brings light to life. One of the things Geminis have a problem with is saying no. They say yes even if they wanted to say no to avoid trouble or to please others. But the worst thing is that, because of their desire to satisfy others, they get into trouble. Others use them for their own benefit, or they may even become victims of fraud.